tell us what you do, how you came to it, and what kind of work you do on lead.
Let's see. Once again, my name is Geovanni Cantizano, and I am the director for the lead programs here at PRAC of Southern New Jersey. By the way, Tom, it's PRAC of Southern New Jersey. The acronym there stands for Puerto Rican Action Committee of Southern New Jersey. Just want to make sure that we get it clear, just in case folks are looking. We've been running. Well, let me say a little bit about PRAC of Southern New Jersey. It's a small nonprofit organization established in 1971, and we have been providing human services ever since, and on a variety of issues. Anywhere from housing to services to seniors and transportation, translation services, and things of that nature. Quite the contrary to what people may think, that it would be servicing the Hispanic community strictly. That is not the case. Actually, it's funny, that is the smallest population that we serve, interesting enough. But we do operate out of, 5 different locations at this time. We have Cumberland County. We have 2 locations there in Vineland. We have one in Rio Grande, Cape May County. We have another location in Pennsville, Salem County. We have another one in Burlington County, and we also have one, I'm going to say it's Hamilton and Lyon County. So we're covering quite a lot of the southern region of Jersey. And every location offers a variety of services. So there's different funding sources, different types of programs. And there's a bunch of good folks that work at PRAC of Southern New Jersey who are committed to servicing the community and trying to meet at least some of those needs. Right? No one agency, I think, that can do it all. Hence the reason why Lead Free New Jersey, I feel that is doing fantastic work, because it's bringing everyone together. And that's throughout the state. So it affects the entire state, and a lot of good work that is being done there. My background, I'm originally from New York. Yay! And I've worked I moved out to the Garden State about 28 years ago. Decided to get my kids out of the city, wanted a slower pace for them, and looking for better opportunities, I suppose. So I have worked in 6 different jurisdictions, from New York to DC, and with different operations. I've been in human services for approximately 35 years, 20 or so of which have been in administration, management of operations. And I tell you, the kitchen never gets too hot, Tom. Is always something new, something different, never gets monotonous. And the great satisfaction, at least that I feel on a personal level, to be able to make a difference. I think that most of the folks, right, that if not all, that are in this industry, care about the folks that we service. We want to see positive changes. And I got to tell you that, this lead stuff is some really nasty stuff. And so we've had the good fortune to work with, folks like Shaniqua and Chevelle, which, by the way, I want to grow up. I want to be like them when I grow up. It's really, it's like this wealth of information. I mean, I've never done really any community organizing, but yet we have, for example, on the panel here today, Heather Sorgi, who is someone that I run to when I have questions about this sort of thing, and who is also, again, a wealth of information and support. Let's not forget our girl, Cassie Bollinger. Terrific individual to work with as well from Lead Free New Jersey. But I think that we have the good fortune of being able to be part of this and on this large scale. And it really does make sense to me. I mentioned earlier that no one agency can do it all, and to be able to have at our fingertips the expertise, the experience, the knowledge that the collaborative brings uh, along, it's a real advantage. For someone who's been doing human services for a long time, I know back in the day when the you had to go through a book to look for resources and things of that nature, and so being able to have this at our readily available uh, in different areas, different expertise. It's really, really helpful in being able to deliver services and the assistance that and trying to meet the needs of the community. And every community is different. We see it as we service different, even in the southern region, right? Even within the southern region, so the communities have their own. They have different needs, and sometimes it gets tough to kind of identify those. Um, and But I think that one of the challenges I would say um, that we have experienced, and possibly, quite possibly, other organizations as well, is that it's the community buy-in, and that is important because without that, it becomes very difficult to try to get the job. It's already challenging as it is, but when you don't have that community buy-in, is an issue. So where do we start with that? Is making certain that I think making certain that that they see the commitment from the organizations, that um, uh, that the services that are delivered, that we can deliver on what we say that we are going to deliver. And then you start looking at simultaneously, I would say, those collaborative efforts, identifying other community-based organizations, whether small or large, that not only bring different services, but also may already have the buy-in of that community. And may have information as well on what those needs are, and where have been not just the challenges but the success stories in terms of being able to deliver that service. But PRAC of Southern New Jersey, I mean, I've been doing lead for about 2.5 years. This time around, about 10 years ago, got involved, managed also a lead hazard reduction program funded by the Department of Community Affairs, specifically for individuals that were affected by Hurricane Sandy. So that was challenging, because of all the complexities. In addition to that, the funding, it was just uh, very little funding available, those 10 years ago, as opposed to where we are now. And again, and I say now because one of the challenges that we're going to have is, come 2026, when the funding is exhausted, then where do we go with this? And now it's the time to really start looking at. Yesterday was the time actually to start looking at, what are sustainability, if you will. And That's where, once again, even if the funding is not as available as it is now, again, that partnership that comes through a collaborative, then you're able to share some of that responsibility, if you will. I think that um, it's a big task ahead. In terms of, it never ceases actually to amaze me how We go out to these events, community events, and how little people know about these lead hazards and the impact that it has on the health of the children, as well as the community as a whole. I mean, there is so many different ways in which it affects the community. I mean, we never think about the impact that it has, for example, on healthcare insurance, and how how it impacts individuals. And there's an array of things that I always say that um, we need to consider as we are you know engaging the community and making certain that these are things that probably they never even thought about. That your house may be okay, but your neighbors may not be, and you need to understand how that affects you and your family. So that sort of thing. And I think that once again, the collaboration is critical
Right.
because of um, the because of the resources and the knowledge that becomes available.
Uh,
So, I mean, we have a big task ahead of us. All of us do, and I always look at this as a long term goals to be able to get out there, educate, and and as Shaniqua mentioned, get the lead out, get the lead out of Jersey, not just Jersey, but throughout the country as well. I mean, Jersey, this is not unique to Jersey. We just happen to be seems to me somewhat. Uh, on the front of the task, if you will.
Setting a
And
model for the rest of the country, and we appreciate
yeah,
that.